So let me pick up on where we left off from right now with it. So we have var is the variable that with two different statements that we're declaring here with it. As var is a variable, and the let is the local variable that I would say that you would use with it. And this is rather known as a global. Now, the only way I could demo this is if you can do this exercise with me. By no means we haven't gotten to control structures or any structures right now for conditional statements with it. But for me to demonstrate to you what I mean by scope of this and the difference between using var and let in this, um, follow along with this exercise with me if you could for me. Well, let's say we want to get the variable out, right? Remember, first of all, let's do a simple exercise how we can actually output this thing. And if I did like variable with this thing, with it, and I'm going to use this one right here, any one of them with it. And if I save this right now, Control S saves this, and I'm going to bring in the console screen with this thing. I'm going to hit up arrow key, and if I run this, this should output for me this is a var variable. So it's this one right here, this string right here, not a let. So what it's saying that if it had a choice between var or let, it's going to pick the var, all right, because it's global with it, first of all. Well, let's say you went back in this thing, and we're going to demonstrate the second difference. So just comment out with it, a choice between the var and the let. It defaults to the variable declaration, okay, over the let command. All right. Okay. So we're gonna do another one. This is just bear with me. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff with it. I'm gonna write a for loop. In this for loop, I'm gonna do let I. I'm gonna use this I as the first I. I'm gonna use this initialize it to 0. Bear with me. We're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna set I and with the conditional statement of less than 10. And then I'm going to actually post increment this I to increment like this. Don't worry, there's a chapter on hand scripting table with this, and we're going to output this thing with. And remember now, with the left and right bracket is what's called the scope is containing the I. This I is now local, only existing inside of this right now with it. And I'm just going to output the console dot log. I'm going to just output the I right now. It looks like this. Okay, so at the same time, we're going to see, I'm going to do this. And outside of the scope, this is going to throw the error. This is where the difference comes in with it. So if I did this, let's just run this for now. Control S saves this. And it's going to plug in 0. It's going to less than 0, less than 10, true, increment, add 1 to, this is what the plus plus means, add 1 to that 0. 0 now becomes 1. Plug 1 into this, 1 is less than 10, true, and it goes back and it's going to into the loop with it. So let me just, bear with me. So it's going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When it gets to 9, 9 is less than 10, true. I'll put that 9 in here, and then it's going to increment it to 10. 10 is less than 10, false, exits the loop. So you're going to have, it's going to print from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and exits the loop. That's what it's going to output look like, right? So Control S saves this, and let me run this for you to see what this actually looks like. And this is what it looks like, right? So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 9. And then it becomes 10. It exits the loop. Now, this is where I want to cause an error here. I want to purposely do console.log, and I'm going to come in and put the I right here inside of this thing. Just put semicolon after. With or without, doesn't matter. So when you come in and do this, watch. Let me just do clear CLS. CLS to clear it. Let me run that command. Node variable.js. This time, all right. Well, hang on. I've got to save it. See this little circle here. Control S saves it. So I'm going to do it again. See, so sorry. CLS. Look at that. So once it gets to the console.log, it has a little caret mark, which is this. It's saying that, hey, you're trying to access the I, which is a let. It's only existing in between the curly brackets here. You see that? That is local inside of this. If you want to access this I outside of this curly bracket, then we're going to have to change this into a var right here. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to change this into a var with it, meaning that this variable I now can be accessed outside of these curly brackets. That's very important for you to see. So let me do a Control LS, clear that screen. Again, I have to go back in here. There's a dot up here I have to save. Control S, that saves it. So let's run that command one more time. Node var, and guess what? So it runs 123029 is what's inside the loop, but the last in the memory is the console log. It outputs the 10. That's huge. That's very important for you to see. So that's a huge difference between what is var and let. So after this video, you're going to see me use var as declaration for most of the variables that I use and other stuff that you have. But for this time right now, I want to share you the difference between var and let and how you can actually declare a variable. One is for a local, other is for a global variable that you can actually use, and it goes outside of that bracket as well with it. All right.